All right, so I want to start with a couple of questions. Who here uses Facebook? There's a lot. Twitter? Okay, we have a lot of people. This is pretty good. And how many of you consider yourselves social media experts? That's the right answer, because there is no such thing. People may tell you that, but it's almost impossible to be an expert in something that is changing incredibly fast. You have all different tools that are coming up all the time and different ways to use them. And you really just have so many different strategies for different companies. Depending on what space you're in, you're going to look at this in a totally different way. And so it's really hard to be an expert in something that can change so much depending on who you are and what time of day it is, really. So, in that case, I think about the regional world, and it's very different. Obviously, most of you guys, not Horizon and that, but most of the regionals are not brands that are out in the public. They're flying under other brands, and the focus for that then is going to be more about being reactive as opposed to proactive. So you need to make sure that you're monitoring and seeing what's going on out there in the world, because people are talking about you. You may not think they are. You may think they're just talking about the Uniteds and the Deltas, but they're not. They're talking about everyone. And so you need to make sure that you're paying attention to that and seeing exactly what is going on out there. Now, that's the hardest part, is figuring out, all right, what are you actually supposed to pay attention to? Because as Mary mentioned, anyone can start a blog. Obviously, I started one, so anyone can do it. And there are a million people out there that are doing the same thing. So you can't pay attention to everyone. It's really hard to do something like that. But the key is finding out what is most relevant to the business that you're in, who is considered an influencer, who can get out the message that you're trying to get out there, someone that understands it. That's really, with Cranky Flier, what I've tried to do is say, okay, well, the content is the king, and you put that out there, you do the best job that you can, and then people follow you or they don't. So with Cranky Flier, I started it 3.5, 4 years ago now. Have done almost no marketing or paid customer acquisition or anything. Really just let the content speak for itself, and now it's grown into one of the larger blogs in the industry. So the key then is just looking around and saying, all right, what can you find in those areas? Then when we start looking at things like Facebook and Twitter, that's where it sort of explodes, right? Because the laziest person can type 140 characters and just click send. It's way too easy and really difficult to stay on top of everything. And there's some things you probably don't even want to stay on top of. And you can figure that out. But I did pull up a couple examples here. I'm going to bring this back here of some tweets that I just did a search in the last couple of days here. Well, this is the blog, but so here is one from BK3Day. I actively avoid Mesa-operated UX flights after one of the worst crew and rides ever. On the other hand, Shuttle America and Atlantic are fine. Atlantic Southeast, I guess. So, but this is something that, and I know, I don't know if anyone from Mesa is here. I don't. Okay. So if you're Mesa, though, this might be a good opportunity to reach out to someone and say, what happened on that flight? One of the worst crews and rides ever. It could be something that you would want to know about. It's a good way to get customer feedback that you're not soliciting yourself. You're actually just seeing it out there. Someone is clearly upset about their experience, and this could be a way to reach out and figure out, all right, what can we do to make this better next time for this person? They're probably going to, it's a United Express thing, so they'll probably deal with United from the that perspective, but still, you can go out and see, all right, is there a crew that's doing something that we need to check up on that and see what's going on. Here's another one. This there are PSA folks here. So this is an example of something that there's probably not much you're going to do about this one. Now the reality is, look, you still want to know this is out there, right? You still want to know that people are talking about you. How do you respond to this? Well, you probably don't. But it's still good to know what people are saying about you, and that's one of the key points, is just know what's out there, choose what's worth responding to and what's not. And then here was the last one I wanted to bring up. This is American Eagle, which not happy about the new LAX terminal that it's developing nation-esque. I know it's a new terminal that they moved into at LAX, and so this might be a good opportunity to go out there and say, well, you know, what happened? Is something wrong? It's a new terminal, maybe something's not working right. It's a good way to do customer research, and it costs you just about nothing to do that except for time. And so, you know, monitoring all of these things, it's really important, but figuring out how to respond and react is something that's different for every company. And I think that's one of the hardest things to figure out, but it should not be a reason to keep you from jumping in.